Mingo Falls is an out-and-back short hike to a small waterfalls in the Cherokee Smoky Mountain area. But is it worth the drive or time to get there? In today's video, we'll take a look at this roadside waterfall and discuss if they're worth your time. Welcome to Quick Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one quick bear fact at a time. There's a pretty good chance that Mingo Falls will not pop up on your search engines right away when you're looking for popular hikes and waterfalls in the Smoky Mountains. Not that they're not well liked and enjoyed by many visitors, but because they're not on the mainstream route that most people go when visiting the Smoky Mountains. When most people are exploring the Smoky Mountains for the first time, or even the second, they end up on Route 441, the artery of the Smoky Mountain National Park. But there is so much more to the Smokies than this route, and one of the other extremely popular roads is the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Blue Ridge Parkway is a really long road, like 469 miles long, and only a part of it goes through the Smokies. The parts that do go through the Smokies offer fantastic views and things to see. One of those things is Mingo Falls, a waterfall that is right off the highway and a few steps up the mountainside. Okay, maybe more than a few steps, but you get my point. Mingo Falls is about 44 miles from Pigeon Forge and 38 from Gatlinburg. In mountain talk, that equates to about an hour and a half of you in your car. So you might be asking me, why are we talking about a waterfall so far from the main attractions? Well, the simple answer is this. The Smoky Mountains don't just end in Gatlinburg, but rather they start there. And the Smokies extend far past the main routes, heading into North Carolina and spreading out. So I'm here to tell you about places you might not have heard of otherwise. Now, is it worth the drive? I don't know. I can't answer that question because there are too many variables. One being, do you even like waterfalls? Or the other being, can you walk stairs? To get to the falls, you need to walk about 0.3 miles from the parking lot up some roughish terrain. Though it's not as rough as some places you can find in the mountains, a lot of it isn't paved and you will need to hop around a few rocks and avoid a random tree root or two. The best part of the trail is that it's only a 0.3 mile walk. The worst part of the trail is that most of it's upstairs. The elevation gain to the falls is about 110 feet, which is not bad, really. Compare that to the 1,200-foot elevation gain for Chimney Tops, or even the almost 3,000 gain to Mount LeConte. You can appreciate how easy this trail might appear to some people, making it more manageable for the average visitor to do. Unfortunately, if you have any mobility issues, this trail can be very difficult to navigate. The fact that most of the trail is stairs is actually a perk. Not having to worry about mud and slipping as you head back down the mountainside is great. And when you're talking about hikes, this one is really short and relatively easy to navigate. The final view of the 200-foot falls is a nice treat after climbing the stairs, especially if you see them after a rainstorm, as they will be fuller and more interesting to look at. So if you're looking for a fun and easy hike up to waterfalls and also don't mind a scenic trip to Cherokee, then this is the perfect place to put on your list. But I would suggest you add more to your agenda than just these falls. Maybe head into the town of Cherokee or even Maggie Falls. Both are great little towns where you can get some shopping done, learn a little bit more about the Cherokee culture, or find a place to eat. If you get to see the falls right after a heavy rain or when the area has seen a lot of precipitation, you'll get some nice photos. The day we shot this footage, there had been some rain, so they're quite nice looking. But this isn't the normal. I would suggest you go with the assumption that the falls will be a little smaller looking. I will warn you that even though the average person hasn't heard of these falls before, they can get pretty busy. Generally, you will get visitors from North Carolina and people staying on this side of the mountains. There are a lot of popular camping areas close by, so expect to see some people on the trail. The parking lot is at the base of the falls, and it's pretty big compared to most of the trailhead parking areas you see in the Smokies. The best part is that since these falls are not technically in the park boundaries, you don't have to pay a parking permit fee. Parking and access to the falls is free to visitors. There are also bathrooms at the bottom of the hill, but I warn you ahead of time, they are those plastic porta potties and at times are not exactly well maintained. So be warned. Still, Mingo Falls are a nice place to stop and stretch your legs. If you are a waterfall collector like me, it's one more you can check off your list. Even better, it's not a super long hike or too difficult. I do want to warn you that when it's raining, the stairs can be a little slippery, so just take your time and enjoy the views. And if you're looking for a day trip, there are many places to stop, shop, and eat while in the area, as well as more hiking trails, places to swim, and lots of great fishing areas. We especially enjoy trying to look for elk sightings in Cherokee or check out the different shops owned by the Native Americans in the area. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains.